Hakai.
In an extremely isolated region of Universe 7, there is a point called the Absolute Vacuum. This is a point in space far from any celestial body, such as planets, stars, and others. It is a point of pure emptiness, where nothing reigns but void and darkness. However, in this extremely lethargic place, where nothing happens, an extraordinary event begins. Suddenly, small electric sparks start appearing in the vacuum, and these sparks, which begin very small, suddenly become absurdly powerful, manifesting as massive bolts of lightning that stretch for tens, then hundreds, then thousands, and then millions of kilometers. These bolts generate the brightness of hundreds of thousands of lightning strikes and cause a roar louder than millions of powerful thunders. Then, a true cosmic instability begins, making the very fabric of space-time vibrate in that region, until, when this instability reaches a critical point, a gigantic explosion occurs. Meanwhile, on the planet of the God of Destruction of Universe 7, the training of the most powerful warriors in this universe is taking place. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Trunks, Goten, Piccolo, and Broly train diligently to reach the new apex of their powers. Goku trains to make his Ultra Instinct increasingly precise, advancing further and further in perfecting this ability. Similarly, Vegeta is also training to perfect his Ultra Ego, trying to go deeper and deeper into the path of destruction, while trying not to lose the good essence he has acquired over these years on Earth. Gohan is learning to better control his potential, practicing how to channel his power in a smarter way. Goten and Trunks, at first, had to make up for all the lost time, the time they lost by neglecting training, and now they are finally starting to evolve properly, learning to be as strong as their potential allows. Broly faces a huge challenge, controlling the monstrous and maddening power he possesses. It has been very difficult, but he's making good progress. As for Piccolo, his path is a bit more disappointing compared to the Saiyans, since he doesn't have the same potential to gain power quickly. Even so, the training has been productive for him as well, because Piccolo is learning to better control his power through various exercises suggested by Whis, and as a result, he's gradually getting stronger. Usually, it is rare for everyone to train together, since everyone except Goku, Vegeta, and Broly has their own commitments. Normally, Gohan has to work, so his training time is limited to his days off. Goten and Trunks have to study, so they can only train on days without classes. And Piccolo often has the responsibility of picking up Pan from school and taking care of her when Gohan and Videl cannot, so he cannot always attend. But today, the stars have aligned and everyone could attend training, which makes everything more chaotic and irritates Beerus, but pleases the others. Since the warriors enjoy training with each other, it's much more fun for them. As for Whis, unlike Beerus, he enjoys a little of that commotion. He finds it amusing. However, the angel's joy is about to end, and Beerus is also about to discover that his annoyance at the mess on the planet will be the least of his problems now. At that same moment, both Whis and Beerus feel something that immediately grabs their attention, and shortly after, a massive tremor shakes the planet, strong enough to unbalance even the powerful warriors training there. Beerus asks Whis if he felt the same thing he did, and Whis replies yes. Worried, Goku approaches them and asks what that was, and if there are earthquakes on that planet besides the ones they sometimes cause while training. Whis responds to Goku that what just trembled was not just this planet, but the entire universe. Piccolo overhears this due to his acute hearing, and he asks what could have made the whole universe shake like that. When Piccolo asks this, everyone there becomes very alarmed, eager to know what force could have made the entire universe tremble. But Beerus and Whis do not answer, they are in a hurry. Whis asks Beerus to place his hand on his shoulder, saying they must investigate this immediately. Beerus does not hesitate, he simply obeys. And as soon as he places his hand on Whis' shoulder, the two take off at an absurd speed, with such power that it generates an impact strong enough to knock even the most powerful warriors on Earth off their feet. And in a millisecond, Whis and Beerus vanish in a flash of light. Gohan becomes somewhat concerned, since Whis and Beerus seemed very worried, and it is not normal to see them like that. Meanwhile, Goku is completely calm and calls everyone to continue training. Piccolo asks if Goku isn't even a little worried. Vegeta, who is also very calm, tells Piccolo that whatever the problem is, if there's anyone who can solve it, it's definitely those two. Sometime later, Whis and Beerus arrive at the site of the explosion. They see that the place, which was once dark and empty, is now full of light and abnormal phenomena, supernovas, black holes. Everything that didn't exist there before now exists due to the enormous energy generated by that explosion. Energy far from normal. Sensing that energy, Whis and Beerus immediately understand what it is. Beerus asks Whis what happened, saying that he shouldn't appear anymore. Whis, very worried, says that even he doesn't know what could have happened. Beerus wonders where he could have gone, and after thinking for a few seconds, Whis comes to a conclusion. He then says urgently that they must return to Beerus' planet immediately. Back on the planet, the Z Warriors are happily training when suddenly a beam of light strikes the planet, opening a massive crater and startling everyone. Goten and Trunks ask if it's Whis and Beerus and why they arrived with such force. But Goku and Vegeta, who can sense divine ki, say that the newcomers aren't them. Noticing that the energy of the arrivals is not good, they warn everyone to be careful. From the huge dust cloud rising from the destroyed ground, a figure emerges that no one there has ever seen. A figure with light-colored skin and eyes, who at first glance reminds them of Whis. It's an angel, but this angel, unlike any that Goku and the others have met so far, doesn't have a positive aura, but a strange one, much more malicious and even somewhat angry. Goku steps forward and asks who he is and why he arrived like that. The mysterious angel ignores his question and looks around, as if searching for something. Vegeta gets annoyed, and then he steps forward as well, joining Goku, and loudly and bluntly asks what he wants there. Not seeing what he wanted, the mysterious angel turns to them and asks where Beerus and Whis are, those bastards. With this angel referring to Whis and Beerus as bastards, everyone realizes he is not a friend, which had already been suggested by the way he landed on the planet. Vegeta responds to the angel saying that they have left and, sarcastically, asking if he wants to leave a message. The angel asks who they are and what their relationship is with Whis and Beerus. Goku says they are disciples of them. The angel then decides to answer Vegeta's previous question, saying that yes, he does want to leave a message. At that moment, the angel simply extends his hand and fires a small energy laser that pierces Vegeta's chest. It was so fast that no one even had time to think about dodging. One moment, Vegeta is standing tall, and the next, he is on the ground, choking on his own blood. Everyone is alarmed. Trunks runs to check on his father, while Goku, cursing the angel, immediately powers up to Ultra Instinct. Seeing Goku transform, the angel becomes very interested. Goku rushes the angel with everything he has, knowing this is not an enemy he can hold back against. But even with Goku going all out and keeping his guard up, he is easily dominated by the angel in just a few moves, receiving a single blow strong enough to leave him on the ground, screaming in pain and bleeding. The angel, stepping on him to show total dominance, comments that it's interesting that Whis found a mortal disciple who managed to master Ultra Instinct at this level. Gohan tells everyone that his father needs help and that the enemy is strong, so they need to attack together at full power. Gohan, Broly, Piccolo, and Goten join forces. Gohan transforms into his beast form, Broly into Super Saiyan, Goten into Super Saiyan 2, and Piccolo into orange form. Vegeta, though badly injured, tells Trunks nearby that he also has to fight. Trunks obeys his father and in tears transforms into Super Saiyan 2. Led by Gohan, Broly, Piccolo, Goten, and Trunks advance against the mysterious angel, each using their full power. However, for the angel, their power is nothing. Using only telekinesis, the strength of his mind, the angel paralyzes all these warriors advancing at full power, as if they have stopped in time. And after that, with a simple gesture, he sends them all flying with such tremendous force that they are knocked out when colliding with anything on the planet, trees, rocks, or the ground itself. Goku and Vegeta, the only ones still conscious, are left in disbelief as they witness this. At that moment, another beam of light lands on the planet, arriving at an extraordinary speed. This time it's Whis and Beerus, who, when they see who is there, go on high alert. Whis, with a serious and worried expression, calls out the name Spear, clearly referring to that mysterious angel. He tells Spear to stop and says that his business is with him and Beerus, not with these mere mortals. Spear smiles when he sees the two arrive and says he was waiting to greet them after such a long time. But Beerus, wasting no time, points his hand at Spear and says that here comes his greeting. Beerus' greeting is a tremendously powerful blast of destruction energy, shooting at full speed towards Spear. Goku and Vegeta, who are near Spear, become desperate, since if that explodes there, it will surely kill them both. But Whis quickly solves the problem, and before Beerus' energy reaches Spear, Whis uses the magic of his staff to teleport Goku and Vegeta to his side. Even as Beerus' attack comes at him, Spear doesn't move, letting the Destroyer God's blast hit him and culminate in a massive explosion. However, Beerus' attack has no effect because before being truly struck, Spear created an energy shield powerful enough to protect him. Goku and Vegeta are very surprised that Beerus' attack was defended with such ease, but Whis isn't, and neither is Beerus actually. After dispelling the shield, Spear smiles and asks if that's all Beerus has to greet him. He also asks if, after all this time, they've forgotten his power. Beerus doesn't answer, just keeps staring at him seriously, a tense drop of sweat running down his face. Whis answers the question. As he removes the upper part of his clothing, Whis replies that he remembers Spear's power every single day. At that moment, Goku and Vegeta see Whis' bare torso for the first time, and they are shocked when they see a huge scar on him. Goku and Vegeta can only deduce that the one responsible for this scar is this guy, and shocked, They ask who this person is. So, what did you think of this story? If you enjoyed this story and want to see the next part, showing the battle of this mysterious angel against Beerus, and also telling more about him, leave a like on the video, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with another Dragon Ball fan you think might enjoy it. For this story to have a second part, this video needs to get a good number of views, so your like, comment, subscription, and share really matter a lot. And remember, this story doesn't affect the production of Dragon Ball Hakai in any way, okay guys? The production of the Dragon Ball Hakai manga is done completely separately from this story, with different people, so one doesn't interfere with the other. I'm saying this because a lot of people complain when we bring these stories, saying they want to see Dragon Ball Hakai, but these stories don't interfere with the manga's production at all. On the contrary, the views we get on these stories help keep the channel alive and also support the manga's production. And if you want to help our channel and also the production of Dragon Ball Hakai, you can support us on Patreon. Starting from a very small amount, you not only help us, but also get some exclusive channel perks, like early access to our videos, and also to the new chapters of Dragon Ball Hakai. The link to our Patreon is in the video description and in the pinned comment. Click it to learn more with no obligation and see if you're interested, alright? That's it guys, a big hug to you all and see you in the next video.